Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Landon and I will be your builder for today. I love The Sims 4. I'm a Sims 4 fanatic. I am not a very good builder. I will be very, very clear about that. But I wanted to let you all know kind of the plan of the entire channel since this is my first video. So real quick, while you are here, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then once you've done that, turn on the bell notifications so that you know when I post. So today we are building on the Tranquil Crescent lot in Newcrest. It's a 30 by 30 lot. This house is 3 beds, 2.5 bathrooms, and comes in at just over 147 simoleons, almost 14800 simoleons. It has 2 living rooms, one upstairs and one downstairs. It's got a huge kitchen and it is semi-cluttered. Some rooms are cluttered, some rooms are not. I knew I'd get asked this, so I'm going to list here and in the description down below what packs are really prevalent in this, but I did want to outline that first in speaking form so that you know. So Parenthood is huge. It is used in every single bathroom and in the laundry room and the kitchen. So that is pretty prevalent. Cats and dogs, I use shingles for that, and I do others. I think I had a couple of beds from cats and dogs. University, I use some plants and some beds from University. The Moschino stuff pack, I use some mirrors from it, and I don't use any windows from it. I did also want to say that all the windows and doors are base game so that you guys have all of that. The walls, of course, are base game as well. I use laundry day. There'll be an empty room if you don't have laundry day. Totally suggest you do laundry day. And then Get Famous. I used some Get Famous stuff. I can't really remember the entire thing, but what I used Get Famous for, I can't really remember. But you'll see when we get there. And then Get Together, because I used some of their, I used some flooring, I think, from that. But yeah, other than that, the only really big thing that I have done, is the roofing. I breezed through the entire floor plan. Yeah, so the, roof situation I knew I'd get asked about, so I wanted to clear things up. The roof that is covering the second floor, you can totally turn into a 2 half-hipped roofs, and then just turn that into each other. So hopefully that helps you there. There are a ton of pieces to this roof, so yeah. There are a few things that when I was editing this I noticed I missed, so when I put it up on the gallery it will have all of that. Just know that this has no mods whatsoever or custom content, so this is all base game. Or this is all game content. And so I want to in every video talk about who I feel should live in this home, and who I feel I'll put in the home. If I ever do a save file, I will do that. But in this home, I feel that there is a mom and a dad. They are pretty prevalent in their overall society. They know, they have a ton of friends. They are pretty invested in their jobs. I feel the mom is a writer, and then the dad is a politician. So I did an office for both of them. And then, yeah, after that, I feel like they had a teen daughter who is a university hopeful and hopes to be in university as she graduates. So I feel like she's graduating soon. And then I feel like they have 2 twin boys, one just like his sister, and then another that is kind of a goof off. And he doesn't really care about his schooling all that much, and so that kind of reflects poorly on the parents, which they do not want. And I'm sure the sister does not want it either. So it is super fun. As you can see here, I did the grid turn off just for a little sec, but then I did not. I wanted to make sure that I had everything kind of put together, and that I could erase what needed to be erased. Then on here, I did just the overall little planting. I wanted to make sure that if I, to make it look more realistic, I put some dirt around the stone pathway just so that it looks, better. Then we have a little bit of an easier time. But then here with landscaping, I was trying to figure it out, kind of had a hard time figuring it out until I found these little lavender bushes. I added a ton in and just kind of moved them around and kind of shifted them. So, and then did some tall grass, did this from Get Island Living, and then did base game grass, and then did a outdoor retreat fern, and then did a southern magnolia tree, and then just did the base game rocks all throughout. So there was that. On the outside, it is bricks and shingles. So if you don't have pets, I did use pets shingles, but I did use base game brick. So if you want, the brick is perfectly fine with any type of shingles that you have. But yeah, so we are on to this plant that I found. I just set it out right in front and kind of merged them all together. Thought that would be really cool. And then I kind of experimented a little bit, but then I ended up taking these bushes that are base game. I feel like all of the landscaping is base game except for the ferns and the big pile of grass that I put out. But other than that, everything is base game. I use base game terrain paint, base game front stairs, I think. I did base game railings, I think I did Get Famous pillars, so you might have to do that if you don't have it, but I did do base game on that part. So one thing that I wanted to ask you guys, and you can leave your comments or your answers down in the description or down in the comment section below, is should I make the entire outside base game and the inside just have packs? That way you guys can get it and furnish it yourself. Or should I make an unfurnished version, post that, and then do a non-furnished, and then do a furnished one for the video? So let me know. And that way you can kind of do your own. I'll just create kind of like the shell if that's kind of what you're thinking. But yeah, so I have done a lot of just fun stuff. It has, I started this channel because I was super excited to do it. We do have an island in the kitchen as well. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about the channel. I'm kind of all over the place today. But I wanted to talk about the channel and kind of what you'd expect. So on this channel, you can expect me to post at least one time a week, maybe more. I do have a ton of fun series that I want to do. So at my 100 subscriber mark, I'm going to start 2 different series. This series where I just build, and then another series where I renovate EA's properties and turn them into something that I would use in my game. Another thing that I would, and then just this as well. One thing that I did was start with these white flooring, but then I zoomed in to do the kitchen because I wanted to do it a different color or a different type, and it was just too white, and I couldn't see. So I went and did these base game plank black flooring, and then I did the spa day flowing lines tile. So, and then I knew I'd get asked this too. What is, how did I get those kind of corners? Control F. But yeah, I did use some debug items, not too many though. All of those are Sims content. They are not custom content. All you have to do when you place the home is hit bb.show hidden objects. Do that before you place the home, and also, of course, do bb.move objects on before you place it so that nothing goes bye-bye or vanishes. So yeah, that is that. I changed up the stairway. I did get famous stairs as well. That's the get famous. So you might have to do just some different flooring for it. I did pets, or I'm thinking of Sims 3. But yeah, so I did use get to work fencing by the where the fireplace will go, and then I did use base game tiles. So if you are and I used all base game walling in the rooms, so that way anybody could get them. You'll just be missing the stairs, and that's about it. I did use the door off the garage as pets, so just letting you know that. But yeah, this it will be called Tranquil Crescent, and then I will next be building one of my favorites. It is going to be a tiny house over on the 20 by 15 lot off to the side. I thought that would be really fun to do. It's just a nice little add-on to the video. So we have a tiny house coming up, and then I will be doing I'll be recording the Renovate EAs, but I won't release them until I get my tiny house, or not tiny house, whoa. I won't be releasing it until I get my 100 subscribers. So that will be the 100 subscriber special. 25 and 50 will be both base game ones. I feel like I'm up to the challenge because I don't really restrict my packs. And then I also want to, when I get to like 75, start doing two different videos a week, where one is custom content and one is DLC stuff. So yeah, so you can see that I'm actually having trouble with this roof, and let me explain why. When I merged them, when I put the roof on, I merged it into the other roof, so it was acting as if it was one roof, and so that is why it did that. So the remedy for that is super easy. All you need to do is just pull it out. So it was one full roof. I put it down to the side, brought it back up, and realized that, whoops, I better just bring that on over. I then was like, let's see something. And then I ended up pulling it out, thinking that, oh, maybe that would work. And it did. And I was super excited about it. So, yeah. So it did that. And that's just all you have to do. And then I just deleted the other roof. But yeah, I feel like that is getting... Now I feel like we're going to go into the inside now. I did use Moschino dooring in here. I just used a barn door from Moschino, or sliding door into the office, and then the pantry, and then that is the laundry room. There is a bathroom off, like a half bath off of that area, and then where that blue room is, that is all the master suite. So I thought I'd keep it the same color so that you would be able to see what I was planning. So each of the colors, each of the rooms has their own color scheme unless they are together. So like all common rooms have a gray color scheme. Then all the bedrooms have a blue, and all the bathrooms have a blue as well. So that way. But since the half bath is downstairs, and kind of all there, I did that. But I spend so much time looking for a car, and then I just basically give up. So I scroll up to the top, and I want to look one more time over something that I missed. And I know you saw the cars there, but they are the little toys, which I knew I could size up, but didn't really want to. So just kind of left it empty because I was going to add some things. I was going to add some different things. So you can see that I was looking at those doors. Yeah, so we move those around, just moving the lights around. I size that down and start on the kitchen. Yeah, so I do a light white with like a tan top counter. And then I do the fridge, gray fridge, and then I just do all of my other stuff that I do. So fun stuff. Yeah, so we do that, put that around, and yeah, I think we have, now this is the time where I will warn you, it gets long. Try and figure out how to put this together, and it just doesn't work. So I'm like, okay, this is bonkers. So I just do the two and leave it be. But yeah, so that is that. I do a huge island. It's 4x1. And it has 4 seats, and the sink is right next to where the dishwasher is. And yeah, so I really like this build. And like I said, it's just over 147,000 simoleons, but I felt like if I really wanted a family home to correspond with what we were looking for, then we'd have to kind of spend a little bit more money. But the tiny home that I'm doing is very cost effective. It'll only come in at 20,000 simoleons. So something that you can use. And yeah, it'll be really, really fun for you guys to use. I did use a university computer for the mom because I feel like since she's a writer, she went to university. She kind of kept her computer. There's a university computer upstairs for the daughter, who I feel is a university hopeful. So kind of incorporating that university outlook into their home. But yeah, so as you can see, we're on to the dining room and kitchen. I go back and forth between these because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. But yeah, so I feel like I felt like that was kind of easy. I did 3 birth certificates for their kids because I feel like they are super uber proud of their kids no matter what they do, no matter who they are. So I felt like that was a little fun addition to the whole storyline. I did a university thing for like a calendar, and then I did a parent chore chart. So just adding that in to the space. Then I used these pots and pans that I felt I could hang in the pantry and probably should have. But yeah, so yeah, I put these little plates in there, and then you'll see me find these like Dine out stuff, and I love them so much. I'm in love with them. This we go into the living room. I put a lamp right by the couch just to kind of open the space up. Love the pillows. Love it so much. One of my favorites. But yeah, so I in just a second will do this like table, and I really was excited to do it. So I just did this, and then I did that, and it just creates this like circular table, and it's so cool. It adds so much texture and dimension to the space. But yeah, so it kind of looks a little glitchy, but not too much. Only if you're like moving around the camera super fast and a lot. That's the only time that it'll look glitchy. Then I use Moschino bookshelves. I do change them white out off camera, and then I put some things above it, which when I was going through and figuring out if I wanted to take screenshots or not, which I decided not to, just because with the first video, I feel like it's kind of open to interpretation, and I really want to get comfortable with starting to do my own editing, because I don't really have someone to edit for me. I really want to get comfortable with that first. So before I feel like I can do that comfortably, I need to do this comfortably. So, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else about this home that is super duper duper special. The garage kind of has a hodgepodge of things. Um, I just kind of go back and forth between the garage and here. I do outdoor stuff, like an outdoor flower arranging table. I do stuff for cats and dog, or a cat or a dog. I do put a litter box and a cat kind of space, and then I do a sandbox here in which I was like, ooh, let's use this get together stuff. But then I realized not to, so then I went over it with a I can't remember what pack that's from. But at that time I was at 92,000. So I really went up. I went up 55,000 in 10 minutes. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else that I do outside. I put those planter boxes out there because I feel like the daughter wants to go into botany when she gets into college. So yeah, I feel like she's a really big hopeful, and I feel like she's the first person to go to university. So yeah. Then we do the laundry room. Not really a lot. Not really that big of a thing. Did an archway into the garage. I remember that was going to be a bathroom, so I put that in. So I moved the little corkboard and put in the toilet and the sink, in which I was like, oh yeah, that sink's really cute. And then none of these. Yeah, I was, oh my goodness. So, yeah, we just have, this is the parents' bedroom. The parents' bedroom is the only one on the main floor. There is 2 bedrooms upstairs, so 3 bedrooms in total. I felt like they're very minimalistic in what they have, just because of all of the stuff that they don't really need. And yeah, so there is that plant. Then looks like we're moving on to the pantry and where the shelves are. I feel like the shelves are kind of make or break the pantry, because that way you can do your own pantry, and you can kind of decorate it the way you want, or put in what you want, put in your debug menu stuff, or your food, that you cook. Just make sure that you know that if it, even though it's in the pantry, it will spoil. And so, yeah, I put this, out, and, I just kind of move these around, and then I realized that I can put them in the, like, under the thing, under the double wide cabinet. So I did put those there, which I thought was a cool addition. And then I remembered that I have to have a microwave. So I moved those kind of all around. I wanted this kitchen to be cluttered, but not too cluttered to the point where you wouldn't recognize that it's the kitchen. And so, yeah, that is really cluttered right there. But yeah, so there is the coffee pot. It does not merge with it. That's a get together thing. But I really did love that. I put some pet food bowls, the cat posts, and the litter box in the garage just so that the cat could play. I envision that they do have a dog and a cat. They eat out of the same bowl. They're very minimalistic in the way that they do things, but then they spend money on their kids because they're super proud of their kids. So thought that would be a really cool idea. But yeah, there's a tub in the middle of that, a clawfoot tub. And I love that idea so much, just because of everything that encompasses it. It is a super nice little build. And I just remembered, since there is laundry day, I did not put in laundry baskets, so I will go in and fix that before I put it on the gallery. But I did want to specify that each side kind of is gender specific. So the side that I just put stuff on is the father's side, and the one right here is the woman's side or the mom's side. But it is super duper duper hard to figure. I was like, well, do I want them to have one long one and then just on the side have the tub? So I decided not to. Decided to go against it, and it actually worked out better. I did some blues for the dad and pinks for the mom. Just felt like that was the easier fit for them, and just kind of did different things. Now the closet I had a really tough time figuring out until I thought about this and put in the two things from Get Together, in which it was these like closets here. And then I put a little island in the middle so that they can come on in and set clothes down after washing it. And I did not put laundry baskets in any of the bedrooms. So I will do that before I post it on the gallery. But now we're decorating the twin boys' room. The one on the right that I'm just now trying to figure out, like trying to change the color, and I am changing the bed for, I feel it's a goof off kid because he is just super duper. He doesn't really, he wants to appease his parents, but if that means with school, he doesn't want to. So he kind of is at a loss here. But I did give them a couple of computers and some their own desks so that they could do some schooling. I think I'll do the laundry basket right in the corner next to his one. But yeah, so if I ever create a save file, that will be who goes here. And then, yeah, so I will just transport that. Yeah, I put curtains in one room, so I will go in and change that because I feel like that looks terrible. So yeah, it is super weird. I was like, oh yeah, let's do curtains throughout the entire house, and I was like, oh crap, gotta do the bedroom. So, was super off track. But this is the teen daughter's room. This is the university bed. I feel like she loves green because she wants to go to Brychester. And she also loves plants and wants to be a botanist. So she is super duper fun. She's a super duper studious person. You'll see that in the desk that I create. Because it is so much books. Oh my gosh, the book amount on there exceeds the books that I have for my school right now. And it is a ton of stuff. So you gotta give some and take some. But I gave her a TV in her room. The parents don't even have a TV, so they kind of spend a little bit more money on her and their kids. But as you can see, I'm going to start cluttering up the area. But yeah, so that's about it. And and so um yeah, so we just put the desk stuff and yeah, we're just doing the desk. I added some plants to the room, make it so that she can be a botanist. I wanted to put in this bamboo plant, but decided not to, and then moved it over to the side. And then I just kind of took all different kinds of stuff. This is like one of the last rooms that I do decorate, and it is super duper fun. I just kind of am changing colors now, and now I am going to be putting the bathroom in upstairs. I'm also going to be doing I didn't really put a ton in this bathroom, So what I am going to do is put just the finishing touches, and then I will upload it to the gallery that way. And then because I kind of felt like the sister gave her spin on things, so that's why they have hearts on the mirror. Or is it flowers? I don't know. But then yeah, so this is the second living room right up here. I put this little couch here. Felt like the kids can come up here and watch their stuff before bed. And then I put a desk over here just to kind of, I feel like this is where they open their mail, pay their bills, all of that kind of stuff. This is their computer. And then the computers downstairs are their work computers. They don't really use that for anything besides work. And then I put this closet in here, and it's just adding the finishing touches throughout the build, putting some pet food bowl stuff. But I wanted to thank you all first and foremost for joining me, coming and watching this video. It has been a long time in the making, and I'm really excited to do it. So like I said in the beginning, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you can hit that bell, and that way you'll be notified when I post more videos. And let me just say, they will get better as time goes on. But yeah, so I add just finishing touches like outdoor seating and benches, and then some Brychester little camping chairs. So yeah, hopefully you all have an amazing day, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.